Imagine this. You're staying at one of New York City's most luxurious penthouses, but by the time you check out, you're handed a bill so outrageous it could buy you a down payment on a house. $50,000. And no, this wasn't for a broken chandelier or a spilled drink. This is the aftermath of one wild night that left the penthouse in ruins, drenched in baby oil, lube, and who knows what else. The damage? So extreme that the hotel had to charge up front just to prepare for the chaos. We're talking about slipping hazards, air fresheners that couldn't mask the smell, and even candles everywhere in a desperate attempt to cover it up. So, what on earth went down in that suite? Was it an innocent mistake or something far darker? Stick around, because the details are shocking and could change everything you thought you knew about the legendary P. Diddy. Let's set the scene. The penthouse suite at the Intercontinental New York City is the epitome of luxury, spanning floors with an unforgettable view of the skyline and an ambience designed for the rich and famous. This isn't your average hotel room. It's a space meant to cater to A-list celebrities, the elite, and the ones who can afford to indulge in a lavish lifestyle. So, when news broke about a mind-blowing $50,000 damage bill for one stay, you knew something went terribly wrong. It wasn't just a case of a few broken items or a spilled drink. No, this damage was far more extreme. The room was found to be covered in baby oil, to the point where the hotel staff had to deal with multiple slip and fall incidents. Can you imagine walking into a room where it's so slick you can't even move around without risk? The hotel had to step in quickly, adding $1,000 up front to cover potential damages. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. Candles were everywhere, perhaps to mask the overwhelming stench, but even that couldn't save the room from the aftermath of whatever had taken place. And the hotel's staff, they were left scrambling to repair everything. Carpets, furniture, curtains, and even fine art needed replacement or cleaning. But what could cause this kind of damage? Was it an accident, or was there something more bizarre at play in that penthouse suite? Let's dive deeper into the shocking details of this incident. As the hotel staff scrambled to handle the aftermath, the damage was more than just physical. It was deeply unsettling. The $50,000 wasn't just for ruined furniture and stained carpets. The penthouse suite, now tainted by the bizarre scene left behind, required extensive cleaning and redecorating. The hotel had to replace expensive curtains, repaint walls, and even clean fine art that had been marred by the mess. In fact, one curtain alone cost a staggering $500 to replace. Was it torn, burned, or used in some strange way? The sheer scale of the destruction suggested more than just a wild party. It was as though someone had intentionally wreaked havoc on the entire space. And that's where things get even stranger. It wasn't just baby oil causing the chaos. Rumors began to swirl about what else might have been involved. Whips, knives, and other instruments of violence were speculated to have played a role in the destruction. While these claims remain unverified, the thought alone adds a layer of mystery to the situation. Could this really be the aftermath of a wild night, or was something darker at play? It's not hard to imagine the disgust and discomfort that staff and future guests must have felt when they saw the damage. Once the room was finally cleaned up, it became an open secret. Word was out, and everyone knew about P. Diddy's infamous hotel stay. So, how would that affect the hotel's reputation and future bookings? Let's explore how this bizarre event could change everything. As news of the infamous penthouse damage spread, it quickly became clear that this wasn't just a one-time incident. The hotel's reputation was on the line. The Intercontinental New York, known for its upscale service and exclusivity, now had a dark secret lurking in its history. Guests booking the penthouse in the future would undoubtedly have questions. Would they want to stay in the very room that P. Diddy had turned into a disaster zone? Could the luxury brand afford to have its reputation tainted by rumors of wild nights and questionable behavior? But it wasn't just the reputation of the hotel that was at stake. The question loomed: how would this affect P. Diddy's public image? The mogul is known for his larger-than-life persona, his extravagant lifestyle, and his ability to turn anything into a headline. But this incident, with its bizarre mix of luxury and destruction, painted a more disturbing picture. It wasn't just about a celebrity letting loose, it was about how far the excess and chaos could go before they crossed the line. Now, consider the long-term consequences. Even after the room was cleaned and restored, the whispers about what had happened inside would likely follow. Much like a house with a dark past, it would be impossible to erase the memories of what transpired in that penthouse suite, and that's not something you can simply air freshen away. So, with the damage done, the question remains, how does a place like this recover, and how does a celebrity like P. Diddy move forward after such a shocking revelation? As the hotel worked to repair the penthouse suite, the damage to its reputation became irreversible. Even after the extensive cleaning, the story of what happened inside that room would never be forgotten. Hotels like the Intercontinental rely heavily on their exclusive, high-profile clientele, but with the media buzz surrounding P. Diddy's Wild Night, future guests couldn't help but wonder if they wanted to risk staying in the same room where such chaos had unfolded. Would the lavish suite still hold its allure, or would the rumors of wild nights and bizarre destruction keep potential guests away? For P. Diddy, this incident raised more than just questions about hotel damages. It sparked a larger conversation about the blurred lines between fame and excess. The mogul has always been known for his larger-than-life persona, but this revelation crossed into unsettling territory. Was this just a case of one night getting out of hand, or was it an example of a lifestyle built on indulgence without boundaries? The extravagant spending, the over-the-top behavior, was it all part of an image that went too far? As the story spread, speculation only grew. Some even began to wonder, was this reckless behavior a reflection of a darker side of fame, or just another chapter in the saga of a celebrity known for pushing limits? Either way, the incident would undoubtedly follow P. Diddy for years to come, leaving fans and critics alike questioning what really goes on behind closed doors. The aftermath of the penthouse scandal left more than just the hotel staff shaking their heads. It left the public questioning everything about P. Diddy's carefully crafted persona. While he's always been seen as a larger-than-life figure, this incident shed light on just how far his penchant for excess could go. The $50,000 damage bill wasn't just a headline, it was a stark reminder of the darker side of celebrity culture, where indulgence and chaos often blend together. It wasn't just about the mess in the room anymore, it was about the image that P. Diddy had cultivated, one that now seemed to involve destruction and unpredictability. What's even more intriguing is how P. Diddy handled the situation, or rather, how he didn't. There was no public apology or attempt to address the rumors surrounding the event. Was this a sign that he didn't care about the fallout, or was it part of a bigger plan to maintain the mystery surrounding his life? After all, controversy can sometimes fuel even more fame, especially for someone whose brand thrives on being talked about. But the real question is, how do you move past something like this? Can P. Diddy ever shake off the whispers about his notorious hotel stay, or will this incident forever be linked to his legacy? The penthouse saga isn't just about damage control for a hotel or a celebrity. It's a glimpse into the world where fame, excess, and scandal collide in ways we can barely imagine. The more you dig into the fallout from this incident, the more you realize how deeply it could impact both P. Diddy's reputation and the luxury hotel industry. Think about it. When it comes to high-end hotels, exclusivity and reputation are everything. The penthouse at the Intercontinental was a space that catered to the biggest stars in the world, offering privacy, luxury, and unparalleled service. But now, that same suite would likely carry a reputation for being the setting of one of the most bizarre, extravagant, and unsettling incidents in recent memory. Would future high-profile guests feel the same about booking that suite knowing its history? For P. Diddy, this scandal raised another serious question. How far can the boundary-pushing persona go before it becomes a liability? His brand has always thrived on being unpredictable, unapologetic, and larger than life. But after this event, it's hard not to wonder if he's starting to blur the line between outrageous and irresponsible. Public perception can shift quickly, and what once seemed like harmless eccentricity might now be seen as a cautionary tale about excess. The incident at the penthouse also sheds light on a larger conversation. How much responsibility do celebrities owe to their fans and the businesses they frequent? Should there be limits to the kinds of behavior allowed in spaces meant to be luxurious and safe for everyone? For P. Diddy, the question may not be about moving past this, but rather how he chooses to address it moving forward and what the public makes of it. As this story continues to unfold, it's clear that the fallout from the penthouse incident isn't just about a hotel bill. It's a reflection of the complicated relationship between fame, excess, and accountability. P. Diddy's life has always been on display for the world to see, but moments like this reveal the darker, unspoken truths of living under a microscope. While his career has been built on pushing boundaries, this incident raised serious questions about what happens when those boundaries are pushed too far. The hotel's response, adding $1,000 upfront to cover potential damage and scrambling to clean up the mess, reflects the broader issues at play. High-end establishments, where celebrities often feel entitled to indulge without consequence, are now forced to rethink how they handle such situations. The incident wasn't just about baby oil or ruined furniture. It was a reminder of the challenges hotels face when celebrities' behavior crosses a line. They're not just cleaning up physical messes, they're also dealing with reputational damage that can't easily be fixed. For P. Diddy, the real challenge may lie in repairing the public image that's been slightly tarnished by this story. He's always been the kind of person who thrives on controversy, but this particular scandal might require a more thoughtful approach. Can he continue to cultivate the same image of unapologetic excess, or will this experience force him to adjust his public persona? As the story continues to echo through the media, P. Diddy's next steps could reveal a lot about how he handles adversity and the unpredictable nature of fame. As time passes, the lasting impact of the penthouse scandal will likely remain a point of conversation, not just among the media, but also among fans, critics, and other celebrities. The public's fascination with P. Diddy's larger-than-life persona means that every detail, no matter how bizarre, will be analyzed, speculated upon, and dissected. What this scandal does, in a sense, is pull back the curtain on the high cost of fame. It's not just about the expensive suits, flashy cars, or extravagant parties. Sometimes it's about the messy aftermath that comes with the territory. For the Intercontinental Hotel, this wasn't just about cleaning up a mess or replacing expensive items. It was about rebuilding trust with its clientele. Hotels that cater to the wealthy often depend on their reputation for discretion and luxury. When a celebrity stains that image, it leaves a mark that's tough to remove. Potential guests, particularly those from the upper echelon, may now wonder, what really happens behind closed doors? This incident may even push some to think twice before booking such an exclusive, high-end suite. As for P. Diddy, his legacy as a mogul who has always embraced controversy might take a hit, but only time will tell how he chooses to navigate this. Does he use it to fuel more buzz around his brand, or does he shift gears to restore some semblance of control over his image? This scandal, while shocking, may just be another chapter in his unpredictable journey, one that could change his trajectory in ways we can't yet predict. As the dust settles on this outrageous hotel incident, the lingering questions remain. Can P. Diddy truly shake off the aftermath of this scandal, or will it forever be a part of his complicated legacy? The once glamorous penthouse suite now carries a stigma, and it's clear that both the hotel and the celebrity will have to face the consequences of that wild night in New York City. For the hotel, restoring its pristine reputation won't be easy, and for P. Diddy, his next steps in the public eye will be crucial. The world is watching to see how this infamous chapter will influence his career moving forward. The real takeaway here is that fame, fortune, and excess often come with a hidden price, one that can't always be paid with money. The shocking revelation about the penthouse damage serves as a reminder that there's always more to the story than what we see on the surface. Behind every headline, there's a deeper narrative at play. So, what do you think? Is this scandal just another bizarre story in the world of celebrity excess, or does it reveal something darker about the lifestyle many aspire to? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your take on the P. Diddy hotel controversy and what it says about the dangers of fame. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this story eye-opening, and subscribe for more shocking revelations and celebrity news. You won't want to miss what we have coming next.